The Gold Star mothers and Gold Star wives. The Gold Star mothers and Gold Star wives are the mothers and wives of fallen military service members that share a sorrowful bond, the loss of a son, a daughter, a husband, or a wife in time of war. We honor these mother and spouses as resilient legacies to their loved ones.
I appreciate Patrick and Simon coming out with the banner. We stand with 9 architects and engineers for Online and Truth. We believe they have done the investigation we wish our government had.
Special Agent in Charge, Carol Lee, Federal Bureau of Investigations, Albuquerque Field Office. Lieutenant Governor John Sanchez. First Gentleman Chuck Franco. Representative Jimmy Hall. Secretary Gordon Eady, the Mexico Department of Public Safety. City of Albuquerque First Lady Maria. And a special guest, Tiffany Keeling, who is a survivor of the World Trade Center collapse, who was actually pulled out of the rubble after the collapse. And City Councilor Dan Lewis. Please welcome the Honorable Governor Susana Martinez.
Thank you. Today marks the 10-year anniversary of the tragic events of September 11, 2001.
The public safety responders who ran towards danger while others ran away. The military personnel who worked in the Pentagon and our veterans who have died in the line of duty in order to protect our cherished freedom around the world. It is hard to believe it has been 10 years since the event of that day. The terrible images are still so fresh in our minds. It had a significant impact on every American. It changed our lives and our realities in profound ways. The human toll was tremendous. 2,739 civilians, 343 firefighters, 60 police officers, 15 EMTs and 3 officers of the Corps all died that day. But despite such tremendous loss, as Americans we have come together to heal and to gain a renewed sense of pride and appreciation for our freedom. Though the recollection of the memories of that day will always cause us deep sorrow, the response by our police and firemen, and even that of average citizens, brought to light hundreds, if not thousands, of ordinary heroes. From the aftermath and destruction of the worst of human behavior, rose the manifestation of the best of humanity.
Before this one was magnified.
Looks like the firefighters came out to give us such a beautiful flag today.
That we as a nation have suffered.
Looks like we're
While
going
at
to
the
be
same
beautiful day
time
for
striking
the
forward in
memorial.
my personal life, as the enemy attacked near you, both at my place of work and more importantly,
Appreciate Patrick and Simon for bringing out this wonderful banner for architects and
as we
engineers
gather here
for
today,
9/11 Truth.
we remember the people of more than 90 countries who tried to
This is the real
resolve
research, the real science being done.
gone, but not forgotten. Despite the massive loss of life, Americans stood together. The resilience of Americans, from the firefighters to the police officers to the ordinary men and women who responded without hesitation in concern for their own lives, shows the spirit and resolve of Americans of their class. In the aftermath of one of the darkest hours in our nation's history, a new sense of patriotism and pride emerged. That pride and patriotism continues to be exhibited today in the service of the men and women in military uniform, airmen, soldiers, sailors, and Marines who continue to work daily to preserve America's freedoms as well as those of other nations. Some of them serving today were in great service. All of them stand proud in our efforts to combat terrorism and serve our nation with integrity.
I got one question for you, because this one I really am interested in, because I believe in a lot of conspiracies. But what do you think?
You know what? First of all, I'd like to apologize.
I'm Charlie.
Simon.
I'm
You're
Jeff.
fine. I'm sorry. I'm very passionate.
That's okay.
I don't mean any disrespect.
Being passionate is cool. Being passionate's really cool. I'm curious as to who you think did it, and why do you think they did it?
Look what they did. A perpetual war.
Yeah, you have to look who profited.
Perpetual
Who
war.
profited?
Right now, people,
No,
a million
no,
arrests.
but you guys aren't answering me.
Well,
do we really need to know what? We know what they told us is absolutely wrong.
What's that?
We know that what they told us, the 9/11 Commission
wasn't
report.
true.
That's not
Yeah,
true.
we know that's not
Now,
true.
theoretically,
Well,
we could say a lot of things happened.
I think any government commission, any group of people that you get together is going to be nothing but BS in the end. But I'm serious. Who do you think did it, and why do you think they did it? Because it didn't.
The air farce. Look, here, I'll show you something.
Military industrial complex.
Please, wait.
Into the government.
Wait a second.
But who profited
Let me just
by
tell you a
it?
couple
Or who
little
thought they were
facts.
going to profit?
Let me just
by
tell you a
it?
couple of facts.
The first responders. This is the main force. This is the 9/11 Commission.
I didn't bring my reading glasses. I'm totally flat.
It's
You see
far.
without glasses?
Yes, I
It says, lack of imagination. Okay, the Air Force was in charge of security. What's that? What's that here?
That's Twin Towers.
Okay, crosshairs. Look at the crosshairs. When was this written? August 1, 1999. This is what the average airman knows that the Twin Towers every force's ass of the government. Have you read about
What do you mean? Where would they work?
read about what happened? 22 simulated hijacking happened. There were over 5 war games going on that day. Most of the North American air defense fighters were in Canada because there was a war game called Vigilant Guardian or something. And they had done a dress rehearsal on June 1st of that day.
They tied up all our air defense systems
Listen,
at the same time. Every single one. I mean, it's a fact. You know, I give you this reason.
Yeah.
But let me just tell you a fact. Let me tell you one fact, okay? Because you're talking about mid steel melting.
This
Two,
book,
let me just finish.
this book is
The two
available
trade
online.
centers and Building 7. You had the two trade towers and you had Building 7. Okay. All those buildings collapsed. Did you know Building 7 collapsed? Nothing hit it?
I knew that there were 3
Collapsed right
buildings
down
that
into its
collapsed.
footprint out of the blue.
Yeah.
Okay. All those
One's
buildings.
called 4, one's called 5,
Okay.
and one's called
According to
7.
NASA, those 3 basements had pools of molten metal 6 weeks after the towers collapsed. There is absolutely nothing known that could cause that except some sort of extremely high energetic event, i.e. thermite.
An accelerant.
A huge accelerant. 6 weeks, there's still molten metal.
In fact, it was observed, they went down to check the chillers. The buildings need chillers. They were in the basements. So they had a fireman and an engineer go down and see that there was still freon in it. Because they were afraid, of course, if it ruptured, the freon would go, people would be killed, injured. An engineer observed molten steel running down the side from the line. This is an American ground. It's in the public library. It's written by Dr. Blankrush.
Yes.
L-A-N-C-R.
May I offer you a piece of information?
We got to roll. I'll look into it.
There's a book of something called the real fact.
Are you one also?
Operation North.
I'm sorry, say that
Are
again.
you also
I'll
another?
look at it.
We have a show on
Someone cleared it off. And then they sat there and
I'll give you a flyer.
I've got like 2.5, 3 minutes of battery.
We don't want to use it up.
Well, it's.
Somewhere else. Yeah, I'd walk away fast. Yeah. Just go away.
Okay. Well, it's a free country.
Yeah, free country because those people died.
Sacrifices, sir. Sacrifices.
Yeah, I know some others just like you. Just walk away. Just walk away.
This is a free country, sir.